In today's video, I'll be showing you a surefire way to make sure that someone has a heart attack the next time you stay in a hotel. If it's actually possible to reheat a coffee using an iron without starting a fire, and making a lampshade that implodes into itself like a dying star. Plus more things you guys dared me to do in the comment section. In the last video, I asked you guys, what is your favorite sound? And your answers were mostly the sounds of video games that you've won and enemies that you have defeated. And to that I say, perfect answer. Honestly, those might actually be the best sounds after all. But since you guys came up with so many comments, I thought I'd ask another question. What would you buy with $1 million? It could be anything from the house of your dreams to one hat from the Supreme store. Be creative with your answers and put whatever you can come up with in the comment section. I'll be picking 10 of my favorite to be featured in the next video. Now, let's get this thing going with what I think could be the best way to get permanently banned from whatever hotel you want. And since I am staying in a hotel room this weekend, I wanted to also make sure to remind you guys that when you're in a hotel, you should definitely tip the people that clean your room and bring you food. And you should also definitely prank them. Not sure why, but it just seems like a really good opportunity. And luckily for me, it's pretty easy to do. All you have to do is arrange your pillows in such a way that, well, it gives them a heart attack. That sounds weird, but I'll show you. To complete this life hack, all you have to do is arrange the pillows in your room underneath the blanket to look somewhat like a person. And ordinarily, that would probably be just short of a good prank. But in order to pull off this prank, you're probably gonna wanna donate a pair of shoes to this cause. And with that, you've likely made someone else's day a terrifying nightmare. And if you can donate some shoes to the cause, that will definitely help pull off the effect. Quick trip to Payless and we're in business. Actually, they're not in business. Payless is going out of business. But that's not gonna stop the person that cleans this room from having a heart attack. To be honest, I'm actually not gonna be leaving the room looking like this. I, for one, do not wanna be responsible when somebody sees this and has a heart attack. And that being said, we'll be on to the next one. Next up, we're gonna be finding out if a popular balloon life hack really works. And according to the internet, if you dip rope in glue, wrap it around a balloon, and then pop it, that rope will keep its shape and you'll be left with something that could be used as a lampshade. But I promise, if there is any way to mess this up, I'll do it. So to start this process, obviously what you're gonna wanna do is blow the balloon up. Then using a mason jar, draw out a circle on the bottom or on the top, and that will provide a hole that you can put a light bulb for a lamp through. That is, if this works. Then fill up a container with Elmer's glue. At least that's what I use, but you can let me know if there's a better substance out there. Mason jars are actually a pretty integral part of this challenge. So for this part of the video, I'm basically just making a mess. So what I'm doing is taking the mason jar that I filled up with glue, dipping the string into it, and then wrapping it around the balloon. I try using a few plastic utensils to help keep the string in the glue, because obviously as I'm pulling the string through, it wants to just come out of the glue. And I could have just put the entire string in the glue, so that way when I pulled it out, I knew that, I wouldn't be causing more of a mess. But I didn't know how much string I was going to need to use. So I thought I would just constantly be feeding it through the glue as I was pulling it out, and it was not a good strategy. It ended up making things a lot more difficult. And as you can see, I'm just sort of wrapping the balloon around the string, and I'm touching the balloon to the table, which is just wiping glue all over it, and that is probably one of the many reasons why this didn't work out. That, and it's just a terrible craft. But I don't want to give anything away too soon. Actually, we're almost at the big reveal right now. So now is the big moment when I'm gonna pop the balloon with this giant knife that I'm holding, and we're gonna find out whether the rope keeps its shape or whether it collapses along with the rest of the balloon. Feel free to place your bets. If it collapses, then this challenge was a complete fail. Now, I'm not saying that it's impossible to make this challenge work, I'm just saying that when I try to do it, I get glue everywhere, and well, it's just a big giant Pinterest fail. That being said, let's see what happens. Oh no! The balloon is dying! It's collapsing all in on itself! The balloon stuck to it and it pulled it in with it! The rope lampshade did not stand a chance. This is turning out like the end of so many science fiction movies that I've seen. This is usually the moment after the hero saves the day and the alien dies and/or has to go home to its home planet. Hopefully there won't be a sequel of this. You can really tell that this craft is taking its last breath. Help me! I'm dying! Help, no! I just wanted to make crafts with you! But I say good riddance to bad crafts. I'm not really sure what I could have done to make this go right. To be perfectly honest, I mean, I could have used a different kind of rope or a different kind of glue, but this is just normal Elmer's glue, and I feel like if I used some sort of a more powerful glue, it would have just stuck to the balloon even more. And that was kind of the problem, because as the balloon started collapsing, it brought the rope with it because it was all glued together. And again, that's probably mostly my fault, but I'm not going to say that this is a perfect challenge either. I think that most of you guys would probably run into similar problems. I mean, I don't know of an adhesive that would stick to a balloon, but then also be able to help the rope keep its shape. The two things just don't really seem like they would work out together. But this turned out pretty weird. I mean, it's not quite a life hack. It's actually probably the opposite of a life hack. This is a life complicator and ruiner of sorts. Okay, maybe it's not that bad, but this is definitely no life hack. And that being said, we'll be on to the next one. Next up, I wanted to test out a rumor that had been going around about how you could heat up coffee with an iron. Which makes sense in theory because an iron is hot and that's all you really need to heat up coffee. But what they don't mention is that when you give an idiot a hot surface and then tell that idiot, which is me, to balance a drink on it, there's really only one way that this could end. Or is there? For this part of the video, we are now in a hotel room because I am at Playlist Live, which is a YouTube event in Orlando, Florida. So if you're in Orlando, Florida, and you can travel in the past, you should meet up with me. But since we're in a hotel room that I'm actually kind of trashing right now, Jesus, I should probably stop doing that to hotel rooms. But I am a big coffee drinker, and the coffee that they give you here, it kind of sucks. I don't like drinking that stuff. But I do have a cup of coffee that I got from downstairs that actually does taste good, but the problem is it's actually cold now. But luckily this is a problem that I think that we can solve. And guys, also I wanted to apologize for the terrible lighting in this video, but that's not what we're here about. What we're here to do is see if we can cook this coffee using that, which is an iron in a hotel room. There's like a 50-50 shot that we burn the entire place down, but only one way to find out for sure what's gonna happen, so let's get this thing going. And I've got an idea that I'm just gonna wedge it in this drawer. I don't know if this is gonna work or not. Yep. I think that's it. I think that's what we were looking for. Okay. Well, all right. We've got the iron wedged into the drawer now. So now all we got to do is take the coffee and I'm going to put it into this glass because I think that that'll work a lot better when trying to heat it up. Now I just got to set this here and hope. Oh my goodness. You can hear it sizzling. You know I'm not playing around. Oh, at least I think you can hear it sizzling. I'm using a new microphone. Let me know what you think of the new microphone in the comment section. I'm not really so sure about it. Oh, it won't stay. Come on, you stupid cup of coffee. I know that it wants to slide off. I'm not really sure how long to leave that there. I should point out that the metal part of the iron is actually not touching anything. There's a good bit of distance. I'm also not really that worried about it because, like I said, I'm in a hotel room. And I'm trying to drink some coffee, so I really do hope that this works. This just looks like an accident. I'm pretty sure that there's a part like this in Breaking Bad. I feel like if I talk really, really loud, I'm just gonna knock this thing off. It was really difficult to even get it to balance like that. And I swear I'm seeing this thing move. I really do feel like it could just slide off at any second. I'm just gonna keep my hand here just in case. This is pretty ridiculous. If I get out of this without burning something, either myself or the hotel, then I'm incredibly, incredibly lucky. Forget about the coffee. I just want to get out of this without burning something. I know what a lot of you guys are probably saying right now, like, why didn't you just heat it in this coffee maker? This isn't that kind of coffee maker. It has no heater function there. It just like spits hot water through into one of those little packets. I could have ran the coffee through it, and that would have heated it, but it would have also probably basically ruined their coffee maker. It would have also probably made my coffee a little bit nastier. You know what? I'm good. That actually feels fairly warm to the touch at this point. Just set that there, unplug this iron. Well, I can already tell you that this is pretty warm. I mean, it's not as hot as it could have been, but I'm pretty sure if we'd have got it any hotter, this glass would have broken because it's not that kind of a glass. It's like a water glass. And like I said, I was a little bit worried about burning down the entire hotel, but I'm gonna go ahead and taste this now. It feels warm and it tastes pretty warm. Well, warmer than it was. And as anyone that has done laundry knows, an iron is the hottest thing on the planet. And you can use it for all sorts of stuff too. You can cook grilled cheese sandwiches with it. That's it. Actually, it's just a coffee maker and grilled cheese sandwiches. I wouldn't really use it for ironing clothes though. Use a steamer for that. It's much better. And that being said, we'll be on to the next thing. So if you found this video helpful or if you just enjoyed watching it, make sure to leave it a like. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe and bell me for notifications if you'd actually like to see the videos. It may be our only hope. And of course, as always, I'll be seeing you guys in just a few days with a new video. All right, thanks guys. Bye.